Welcome to Wednesday. It's Wise Women's Wednesday. Come on in. Let me grab my stuff. You know, every time I try connecting and it just kind of goes wonky. So, doing my best, guys. Doing my best. Who's here today? Come on in. Let's do this. We got things to do. Hello, Simone from Brazil. Boa tarde. Good afternoon. Hello, Juanita. And Catherine's in the house. Hello, Martha and Yvonne. Look at everybody just streaming on in. There's my girl, Jenny. There we go. Hello, Susan, and Cassie's here. Yay, I'm so glad to see you. Rebecca May is in the house. Good. Good. I've got my little ear pods on. Hello, Tammy and Joanne. Carla, you're just cut and color. Oh, girl, you're speaking my love language. Hi, Anita. It's Wise Women's Wednesdays, lovies. Hello, Gwen and Rebecca. I see Marguerite and Denise. Look at everybody coming on in. Hello, Carolyn. And Vanessa is in the house. And Susan. It's day 3 of the sprint. There's Linda and Mitzi and Jennifer and Yolanda. I see my ladies. It's always good to see your lovelies, and you know that they're all coming to say hello and to gather together in community. That's what we do. Shara and Diane, hello. Hello, hello. If I missed you, you know I don't mean to. Hello, Amy and Judy. You just signed up for the sprint? Excellent. Come on in. We're going to give you an earful. Hello, Allison. Yes, it's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. Yes, yes, yes. You know what? It is a fantastic day in the neighborhood, as a matter of fact. And you know, I've been thinking about so many things. Have you? You know, one of the things that happens when we put ourselves purposely in a position where we're sort of limiting things and making our choices very limited and small is that it gives us a time to think about other things and time to kind of expand the borders of our hearts and time for us to really, you know, go all in on what it is that we're trying to do. Telling you what, this hair of mine might not last. I might have to bobby pin it. So it's super hot and it's already frizzing up. We've got lots of water here. Lots of rain. We've had lots of rain. But anyway, we're going to talk today about the way we argue for our limitations. And I wanted to just land that for a minute on you. Start thinking about that, because that's a massive deal. And we all do it. Nobody is immune. We all do it. And I think it's kind of a knee-jerk, unconscious, this is just, you know, what we do. And it helps us to explain in our brains why we do what we do and why we can't get beyond where we are. And I want to break that down for you a little bit today, because I do it, and it's coming from a place of introspection and inspection of what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, and it doesn't work. It's time for it to go. And if you're part of the sprint, then you understand we are clearing the decks in not just one way, but 2. Also, we need to clear out, you know, the body clutter that's between our ears, because it's massive. Can we just admit to that? I mean, pinkies up, girls. When we admit it and when we are confessing our limitations, we get to lose them. But not until we call them out, you know? It's good to be called out sometimes. It's good to say, hey, wait a second. I just didn't think about things that way. Well, guess what? We get to do that together as a group, as a community. We get to grow. And we get to be all that we're going to be. And because we've been called, very seriously been called, in this time, in this place, for a purpose by God Himself. So if that's the case, then we do have an obligation to ourselves to be introspective, to be looking, and to be eliminating and getting rid of the things that hold us back. And I believe one of the biggest things is that we argue for our limitations. We're going to talk about that. I also have a gigantic announcement. Are you ready? Well, first of all, all that, and then, no, I'm going to take the plug right out. If you're wondering about the sprint, you can find it at savingdinner.com/sprint. It's free. And this is just an anti-inflammatory thing that we do every single month while we're in the kitchen with Fly Lady. And we've coordinated it that way on purpose. And, you know, think about it. It dovetails beautifully in there. And we have, so we're doing this, and we are in day 3, but you can hop on that wagon any old time. You will be welcomed with open arms, I promise you. Get the sprint, copy it off, do the thing, you know, read it, of course, and join our community here on Facebook, because you will not be the same woman. You will not be the same woman, I promise you. This is a community filled with women who are learning and all about being better, being the kind of women that we want to be friends with. You know, that's what it is. Being the kind of woman you want to be a friend of, and you get to be that woman. We want to be better. We don't want to beat ourselves up, but we want to see the truth of who we are, and we want to see how can we do better? How can we promote a life that we really want to lead? How do we get that vibrancy in there? That's what we're about. And it's pretty cool, I have to tell you. Friday's Q&A, don't forget about that. If you have a question, all you have to do is send it into support@savingdinner.com, and in the subject line, put question for Leanne on Friday. It will get to me, and we will get your questions answered. You can have a nutrition question, a supplement question. You can have a question about cooking. It doesn't matter, or menu planning, whatever it is that you need. I can help you out for the most part. If I can't, I'll let you know, but I'm happy to help you out. I love Fridays. I think they're so much fun, and it usually is a long show. I'm gonna heads up, you know, that's how it is. And those of you who support Dinner Answers, thank you. It's $7 a month right now. No matter how you eat, you get menus, recipes, shopping lists. You support us, we support you right back. You can find out about that on savingdinner.com. We were the first. We were the first to do this, and we still do it every single Tuesday without fail. Did you see our quote of the week? It's Maya Angelou. She lights me up. You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. Reduced. Reduced means to bring something down. You don't have to be brought down. You just need to elevate the conversation around them, don't you? Don't we? Isn't that our obligation? To be all that we can be? I believe it. I see it. Maya sees it, and she's in heaven right now looking down. I believe that with all of my heart. So, are you ready for the big announcement? Well, look what just came into the shop. Tons and tons of beauty support. We've got so much of that. We have got so much beauty support. Beauty support is our supplement of the week. Change our supplements of the week out on Wednesdays. And today, it's beauty support. Beauty support ships free in the promo code as you're going out, as you're checking out. But wait, there's more. I haven't given you the big lowdown. If you buy 3 bottles, I'll throw in another one for free, and I will ship it free. Just put ships free in there. Put 3 in the cart. We'll put the 4th one in for you. I'm telling you, this is a colossal deal. We're running it for 24 hours. You know what? I got it in. I got a great deal on it. I'm passing it on. I am passing it on to you. Take advantage of it, because these things last for a couple of years, I believe, at least. Till 2022. So stocking up on stuff is smart. I do this all the time. Whenever I can get a deal, I get it. This is how, 1, you keep control of your supplement dollars, and 2, you take advantage of good things that support the life you're trying to lead. What I consider this to be, is sort of the matrix to build in the collagen, okay? because we need the collagen, but we also need something for that collagen to hang on. And this supports collagen, Beauty Support. Beauty Support's one of my favorite supplements. I have a ton of it. I mean, well, obviously we have a ton of it in the warehouse. I also take it on a daily basis. It's amazing. And it absolutely will give your skin what it needs. It'll give your hair what it needs. And, you know, I've grown hair back that I didn't have. I think I've shown you before, right here. I was starting to really lose hair, like I was balding right here. And it's all coming back. It's all coming back. That's Beauty Support. Beauty Support's doing that. And guys, I'm telling you, that's what you need. Today only. It's 24 hours to get those 4 bottles. So you order 3. We'll throw the other one in free. Don't forget, ships free. And if you order more, you can get the Mindful mug. If you order $200 worth of supplements, that's what happens. I love supporting you guys any way that I can. And when if we can get a deal, I'm going to pass it on. You know, that's just the way it works. I believe in reciprocity. This is how it works. So anyway, take advantage of that. Today, go get your Beauty Support, and I cannot wait to hear your testimonials afterwards, because this stuff is amazing and it works. So today I wanted to talk to you about how we argue for our limitations. Good grief, don't we do that? It's incredible. I call them the yeah buts. You've heard me talk about that, right? We have this idea that we are boxed into this little spot. We don't see the possibilities. We only see our limitations. And if we understand that what we think about expands, then our limitations are going to expand to take up the space of where possibilities could live. Think about that for a minute. If we're not looking for possibilities but only arguing for our limitations, we'll find ourselves just backed into a corner. And I've noticed this, in our little communities, because we have, I've created Facebook communities, but the people that seem to slip away and are gone are the people who are arguing for their limitations. And when they get pushed to think about the possibilities, they flee. Isn't that sad that we hold so close and hold tight our limitations to our hearts because we don't want to look for the possibilities? Why is that? What is it that holds us back in that whole way? Well, I believe the biggest thing is that we tell an untrue story about ourselves. We think because we have, I'll give you a good example. I had a woman that I was coaching just a few years ago who had knee issues, and she argued that she couldn't exercise because of her knees. And I argued back, yes, you can. You just need to protect your knees. And I showed her on YouTube where to get free exercises that weren't going to, bug out her knees and destroy her. But here's what you got to know. That when you can see the possibility and you can get beyond your limitations and you can start to look at other things that might take the place of those limitations, you can start to see a better way. What we think about does expand. What we think about will take us to the next level or take us down a notch. Our thoughts become things, we've heard that before, but our thoughts also embody our beliefs. So what happens if we have incorrect beliefs? We've got to correct them. We got to say, is this true? Is what I'm believing about this to be true? So number 2, of course, number 1, we tell an untrue story about ourselves, but number 2 is that our belief system no longer serves us. What we thought about and what we've held to, well, I've always done it this way. Have you said that ever before? I've always done it this way. Well, you don't understand. Well, in my house, it's like this, or I just can't, because we have all of these, frameworks for how we're going to defend our limitations and how we're going to hold them up. We argue for them. Do you see what that does? It just rips you down. It keeps you exactly where you are. It is bondage. It's bondage. It has to go away. We have to clear the decks on that, because a belief system that no longer serves us is a belief system that holds us in a teeny tiny box and doesn't give us any room to breathe. This is not living a vibrant life. This is living a very limited life, and this is living a life that's not on purpose, but is on all about incarceration. You know, willing incarceration. We walk into that prison cell and we watch the jailer turn the key and we say, cool, that's great, thanks. And you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, though, the key is always in the lock. At any point, you can just say, okay, I'm ready to open the door. You don't have to be limited. You don't have to say, okay, this is just the way it's going to be. You don't have to be, well, my family, well, my husband, well, my friends, well, my church, well, this is what so-and-so on TV says. Well, I read somewhere, I heard. That's all limitations. That takes you down. That puts you on the ground. That says you don't have any power. Do you see that? We argue to be powerless. And that's huge. It will never work when you're trying to change your life. If you're trying to change your waistline, trying to change your life, trying to get the quality of your life in there, and you're arguing for your limitations, I want you to look at that and just see how ludicrous it is. It's crazy town. It doesn't give us what we want out of this life. It puts us in a box. Further, it's arrogant, you guys. It's arrogant. You know why it's arrogant? Because we think we know everything. It's because we perpetuate this myth that it's already settled and that we have no hope. We have no future. We have nothing. You know what we have? We have this notion that this is just the way it is. Well, it's not. Let me just give you an idea for a minute. It's not. It's an unwillingness to learn. If you're unwilling, what does that say about you? That says you're closed down. You're unwilling to learn. You're happy in the little box. Are you? Arguing for our limitations is arrogant. Arguing for our limitations is unwilling. It keeps us perpetually in a pattern on the carousel of crazy. That's what does it. Because we argue for these beliefs that aren't even true anymore. You know, and some of us, think about some of these things that we think. This was back when you were 18, or this is what you learned when you were whatever. And sometimes trauma does that to us. But the trauma is over and it's time to look at what is true, right? I'm going to be doing a masterclass on trauma for my Take Back Your Life ladies. It's going to be intense, but it's a necessary thing. We have to look at everything. We can't pretend. We can't just hide under a rock and just argue for our limitations unless we are satisfied with that kind of a life. And if you're here, you're not. You want more. And there's nothing wrong with that, because you know what wanting more does? It perpetuates the truth of having the life you want. It gives you all of that. It gives you all of that. But fear that's the shackles. It's the unknown. And I get it. There is a lot of unknown. Will it hurt? I'm scared to be hungry. I'm scared that this food, nobody's going to eat it. I'm scared. I've got it's too expensive. It's too this. It's excuses. It's excuses. Those limitations are excuses, and they excuse you from living your full life. And I don't want that for you anymore. I want you to see this. I want you to connect the dots on this. This is how we get out of it too. We get out of it just by one little thing. Here's a baby step for you. Curiosity. Geez, well, what's this? Crack the door. Open the door. Take a little peek. What are the possibilities? What if you did this? Let's go with the sprint. What if you did this and you discovered that, oh my gosh, dropping this sugar, suddenly I don't hurt anymore. Suddenly my blood sugar's normal. Suddenly I'm losing this this fat around my belly. What if? Possibilities are endless when you have curiosity. Curiosity is wonderful. Curiosity means that the whole world is open to you and you're not closed down. You're not in a little box. You're not in a self-imposed prison cell. Possibilities are made from curiosity. And then I'm going to just say right now, girlfriends, lay down your egos. It's okay to be wrong and admit it. I'll tell you, that's freedom right there. You know what? I was wrong. You know what? I didn't see that. You know what? I'm willing to learn something new. You know what? This isn't working, so therefore I am going to take a chance. I'm going to walk out and do something that's beyond my comfort zone. Because I'm going to tell you what, the comfort zone, it's a couch. The comfort zone's a bunch of junk food. The comfort zone is Netflix and games on your phone. The comfort zone takes away your life. It robs you of your life. Robs you. So let's recognize the pattern of what this is. That every time something comes up that's new, that's different, that might be a little scary, you say, yeah, but that's not going to work for me. You've just shut it all down. Boom, get smart. Remember that? Da, 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 da. All the doors shutting. That's you. How about this instead? How about yeah, and? Yeah, but shuts the door. Yeah, and opens it. Yeah, that's scary, and I'm going to try. Yeah, that's scary, and I'm going to reach out if I have a question. Yeah, that's scary, and I'm still going to do it. You won't be killed. You won't suffer. You won't be left alone in a corner crying your eyes out. Just come on in. Just come on in. Aren't you ready to drop all of this stuff? Isn't it exhausting? This is how we connect to the truth. We connect to the truth when we start laying it all down and saying that is just enough. I want you to be weary of the old story. I want you to be weary of all of your excuses and all of your rationalizations. And I want you to take an honest look at what has it gotten you? What's it given you? Has it given you the life that you're just, oh, hey, I'm so excited about this. My life is vibrant and wonderful. Or has it just put you into that little prison cell all by yourself and it given you eyes that you cannot see, that the key is in the lock right now? Open it. Open it. Don't allow your limitations to rob you of your life. This isn't just about a pair of jeans. This isn't just about feeling better. This is about everything. Because when you have this idea that your limitations are your rationalization for living such a limited life, then you're not going to have the life you want to lead. You will have regrets. You will not go forward and get what you want because you've chosen this path. So join. Be a part of something that's moving. Be a part of something that is alive. And join a community. If you're not going to join mine, find another one. I don't care. I would love to have you in there, and I will have your back. That's what I do. But be a part of a community where people are listening to you, where they want to help you, where they want to encourage you, where they want to help open you up and bring you to the place you want to go. When you have a community like that, it is a rising tide lifts all boats, and we all do it together. That's why we sprint every month. I mean, it seems ridiculous, it's this little 7-day plan. It seems ridiculous, but there's so much more there. You see an iceberg, you see 10% of it. It's all below the surface, and that's exactly what it is with us. That's how we do it. That's how we roll. And question your motives for staying locked in. Question that. What am I trying to accomplish here? I'm trying to stay comfortable. What is comfortable going to do for me? How is it going to break me out of these bad habits that I have and this health that's failing, this endless, sea of just grief that's in front of me? It can be eliminated. It's not an overnight thing. You didn't get there last week. It's been building for a while. But if you're willing, if you're ready, and if you're open, there's a new way and there's a new path. And it's us, it's what we're doing right now. Because this is like the epitome of what self-care is. Because self-care goes beyond taking a bath and having a sauna or a massage or whatever. Self-care goes into your head and says, no longer will I think this way. I'm going to care about what it is that I think. I'm going to care about what's going on in my life. And I'm going to care about more than what I have right now. I am. I'm no longer going to care about my limitations. I'm instead going to care about going forward. Going forward. Going forward means that you're losing the shackles. Going forward means you're opening the door. Going forward means that although there's fear, you're saying, yeah, and here I am. Show the heck up. Stop putting it off. Stop putting it away. Stop denying that your life has reason and purpose and meaning. Because that's what happens when you take those self-inflicted limitations and put them on your life and defend them. Start arguing for them, because by arguing for them, you're putting yourself into that prison cell and you are losing sight of the purpose and the meaning and the mission you have in your life. Every single one of us has one. Every single one of us is called. There's not a soul on this earth who isn't. But we can't find our calling if we're too busy putting up and arguing for our limitations. It doesn't work that way. Limitations are not from God. Limitations are from us and a faulty belief system that needs changing. God wants so much more for you, and He's calling you right now if you will only listen. Listen and hear the call, and everything will start to fall into place. Start taking care of yourself. Start taking care of the people in your community. Start taking care of what you know you can do, because you can do so much more than you give yourself credit for. Inside of you is a strength. Inside of you is a beauty. Inside of you is this is where God lives. Sorry, there's a fly. He does. And He's never, ever, ever going to leave you or forsake you. So do not forsake yourself. Do you hear me? Stop forsaking yourself. That's what you're doing with those limitations. And that is what I'm on fire about today, this week, this month, all of it. And I want you with me. Are you there? Who's there? Where are my pinky girls? Our lives are fabulous. They're fabulous if we choose to make them that way. It is all about choice. It's all about decision. And it's all about understanding that you are so much more than you give yourself credit for, and you have so much more strength inside than you even know. Start tapping on that, not your limitations. Start tapping on that. Your life is beautiful. It's time to live it that way. Right? Yes, ladies. Pinkies up. All right. I love you all so much. You know that. And you're my girls. I don't want you to forget, though, about our beauty support. It is one of my favorite supplements. I credit this a lot with helping me with my hair and skin, even though I'm sitting here getting all frizzy in front of you. You are the best, and you are my community. You are my women. You're my girls. You're my lovelies. And so much of what I'm talking about is happening inside our Sprint community. Come on down. Don't forsake yourself. Don't give yourself limitations. Come on in. We're waiting for you. Peace.